I did. I sent it to Shannon, and then I asked her to send it via TeamSnap.
Okay, I can send it to you.
Yeah, of course, of course. Yeah, when Shannon should be here soonish. Oh, there's Lydia. Where's Mom? Tell her to check her texts for me. Good afternoon. Welcome to the rinks at Shelton one last time as your Connecticut Polar Bears host the Connecticut Northern Lights. Final game of the season for the Polar Bears. After this, it's spring clinics, tryouts, national camp tryouts next season. Some of the girls are wondering, what about the prep school that I applied to? Lots of questions. But right now, all that matters is what's on the ice. Polar Bears win the opening faceoff. Charlotte Rydell picks it, sends it forward for the Polar Bears. Move it down, back to Rydell. Launches one, hits off of somebody, and Savage was there, almost goes in. Rydell getting involved, Gross. Moves that, Savage again has a chance on it as Peterson goes to the bench. Savage, looking for an outlet, finds it Maurice. Maurice will advance it through the corner. Millay covers at the point. Takes a shot herself, launches it just over the net. Gingras, no, stopped by Elkins. Elkins will send that back up the boards, covering for the line change. Gingras out along with Millay and Flord, now also Godard. Up and round, bounce off the back boards to Elkins. Northern Lights pick up the puck, control it for the first significant amount of time. Cross center, dance into the zone, stopped by Elkins. That'll be stopped from going anywhere further by the official. And that'll stop the clock at 13:27. Got the clock set yet. There we go. Now it's official. Face off by McGinnis. They'll come back. Gross has it. Gross on the move. Round the bottom of the circle, below the goal line. Round to the other side, looks for pass, caroms it to Ella Williams. Williams will send it back. Intended for McGinnis. McGinnis there. Sends it back to Williams. Williams takes a shot long. Culinary and Gross hoping for a deflection. And the Northern Lights have it for the moment. Savage back on the ice. Myers, by the way, also out, along with Josie Yoon and now Abby Peterson. Yoon has a chance at it. Send it back. Here comes Myers. That puck goes long. Picked off by Maurice. Sent up. Peterson will chase it around on the other side. Yoon was there, makes the change in direction. And back we come. Good defense. People flying all over the place. And presumably offsides will stop the play. Still scoreless with 11:48. Elkins has a head of steam. Gets around one, almost around a second. Elkins back at the point. Sends one. Gets in! Opening score. Little crack there. Goes in favor of the Polar Bears for Bess Elkins. And we'll take it. From the point, an absolute dart. Heads right into the backside of the net. Elkins sends the Polar Bears up 1-0 over the Northern Lights. McGinnis, out with Gross and Culinary. No idea the official shot total, but we're going to call that the sixth one for Culinary, and I don't know if the Northern Lights have got one. I'm not going to give it to them. Yeah, you know, it's the last game of the season, so Bears get all the things. Williams tries to sneak it low and to the right, almost gets it. Culinary back to McGinnis. McGinnis will send one. Culinary will be there to pick it up, and will get tripped up for her trouble. Puck comes loose. Lights pick it up. Savage now. Up around the outside of the circle. Gets a quick pass off and a shoulder into the boards. Gross tries to move one up and over. We'll come out with Myers and Yoon. Yoon sends that long, and Peterson will give it chase, and that'll come back as an icing. So, there you have it. Not sure if you can hear it, but the Polar Bears are singing at the top of their lungs with 10 minutes and 6 seconds to go in the first. Quite a celebratory mood now for the Polar Bears. That's what you want to see. And here. Yoon over to Peterson. Peterson gets one pass, sends it toward Myers. A little too hot, but on the right side of the red line. Abby McLaughlin out now, along with Jane Millay and Annie Gingras. Hard shot from Charlotte Rydell. Back over to Maurice. Maurice will send that up. Manages to keep it briefly out of the control of the lights. Malay through the circle. Taken away behind the goal line for the lights. That'll come back. Elkins now. Godard moves up. That'll come back across the blue line. Picked off by Malay. Malay cross center. We'll send that long. Send it deep. Culinary out now along with McGinnis. And Gross. Godard. Hits Culinary at the line. Gross loses her stick, manages to keep the play going. Goes back and collects the stick. Culinary's boots make a stop. Back toward Elkins. Elkins finds Culinary. Puck goes a little long, and it'll come back as an icing. 7:29 remain in the period. And we'll have Savage, Peterson, Gross, and Williams. Not sure who's lining up as the defenseman. Maybe Alexis Savage? Yep, Peterson goes on the fly. He got a chance at it. Switches off. Sends it in, gets the goal! Peterson on the little fake around move around the goalkeeper, puts the Bears up 2-0. Long pass from Williams. Williams will get the assist. And it's hard not to love the energy that the Polar Bears seem to be bringing today. Williams, she who was recently assisting. Gingras out. Hard hit into the boards. That should come back as a penalty. Bears have a power play for, well, for some reason it says 2 minutes. Now it's a minute and a half. Now it's proper. USA Hockey rules. Bears on the power play. Gingras wanted to get that back to one of the defensemen. It's deflected off. We add a couple more shots, just because. I have no idea if that's an actual tally. But we'll go for it. Rydell has the puck. From the bottom circle, cross one, cross two, cross the third, the deep blue sea. And it comes back. Oh, you love the effort. Malay. She'll go across one, across two, across three. She's got two in front of her. Stick handles around one. Switches to the forehand, takes the shot, almost sinks it. Second shot again for the Polar Bears. Now I'm actually tallying them. What do you know? It's a miracle. McGinnis will move that up. Sends it across to Rydell. Rydell on the backhand for Maurice. Back to her from McLaughlin, and that will go just off to the right. McGinnis. Intended for McLaughlin. Back to Maurice. Back to the point. Shot deflected, saved by the keeper. Gross now has it. By the way, the Lights have successfully killed off the power play, but the Bears are still set up in their zone. Comes back to Gross. Gross. Maurice fires. Blocked by somebody. Not sure who. And that'll stop the clock with 4:43 left to go in the first period. Myers on the face-off, out with Peterson and Yoon. Backhand. Yoon passed off to Myers. Myers almost got that one in. Peterson. Drags, looking for a pass. Protecting the puck. Makes the play. Intended for Godard. Elkins manages to keep that alive. Good play by Elkins. Myers wanted to get it to Peterson, and we'll have an illegal contact call coming up on who? Looks like it's going to be another call on the Northern Lights. There we go. Now everything's set on the clock, and let us begin. Godard bats that down, and the Northern Lights have a chance. Elkins makes a stop before the shot can occur. Godard will have a chance to swing on the momentum. She'll have Yoon and Peterson along with her. Myers, backhanded for Yoon. Yoon has it. Yoon sends to Elkins. Elkins to Godard. A little too much energy. A little too much energy again. It's almost like they're excited to play the game or something. Myers. Around one. Tries to get around to second. Peterson to Elkins. Elkins looks for the shot. Tries for number 3 as Peterson goes to the bench. Number 3 for the team, number 2 for her. Malay. Cross the blue line, and they'll be called offside. Had I replay, we could have gone back and looked at that. I don't know if Gingras is offside or whether they say Malay backed in, but the rule on offside is if the puck carrier is in control of the puck, they can enter the zone ahead of the puck. As long as they have control and are actively moving the puck. So in other words, if you just, were skating to the blue line and happen to turn around to avoid contact, you can enter the zone ahead of the puck. Again, as long as there's in contact. Good aggressive move by the Northern Lights. Take Savage by surprise there for a moment. 2:34, by the way, despite the fact that I haven't updated the clock. Malay will be on the move. Now the clock's proper again. And the power play, soon to be over. Culinary around the circle. Gets moved off. Rydell, stick handles, around one, she wants it. Off the post, Klang puts it in herself. 3 for the Polar Bears. And I'm not sure what's brighter, the lights, the smile on Rydell's face, or the smile on Coach Janis's face. McGinnis will move that. Now below the goal line. Northern Lights pick it up. Rydell, hungry for number 2 for herself. Peterson covering her at the point. Rydell looks across, finds Maurice. Maurice will take it across the line. Sends the shot. Yoon with Peterson. Peterson over to Myers. Myers, backhanded, intended for Yoon. Again with Peterson. Poked away in the corner. She'll fight to get it back. Taking the attitude of, that's my puck. You go get your own puck. Can't claim that one. That one's Wayne Gretzky. Peterson behind the net. Has it. Maurice sent it long. Peterson shoved out of the way. Sneaks it in! Just under the pads. Peterson, I think, from Maurice. 4 for the Polar Bears. Second of the game for Peterson. Will she go for the hat trick? I think my clock's counting a little fast. It's 35.7 seconds left in the first period. Shots are, I don't know, so we're calling it 16-4 because that sounds like a fun number. All right, 4-1, that's a good ratio. We'll take that. Northern Lights. Whoop. Gotta start the clock. Off the glass, goes long. No whistle because there's like 10 seconds left and maybe they saw something I didn't. I smile, I nod. Over to Elkins. And that'll end the period. So, after 1, Bears with a 4-0 lead over the Northern Lights. We'll see you back in just a minute.
I'm not seeing the link on Team Snap. Oh, there it is. I see it now.
Yeah, when I'm using this system, I can only send it once, so I send it to Shannon to tell her to send it out. Yeah, I'm playing around with less complicated rigs.
So even though Abby's not on the team next year, you're going to come and still watch our games, right?
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
I mean, it seems like this setup though is not too crazy.
No, so you don't have to use this. You can just grab it off the microphone off the camera. But it's a remote scoreboard, so you can run the clock if you want to. Actually, I have to reset it. You can keep track of shots and scores. There's a control in here for power plays. You can set all of that, and then this remotely controls the camera. And this actually does the legwork to get it up to YouTube.
I don't think I would want to commentate, but,
You don't have to.
but like streaming it would be.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to, let's talk.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And at least if you're like me, you'll find that you get a little bored just following and you want to.
That means I have to be really good at those names, and they don't have names in their jerseys.
You can get another phone to put the roster right there. Welcome back, second period. Forgot to start the clock, I was talking. That'll stop the clock with 14:41. Gangster's Paradise in the ghetto of Shelton. Malay on the face-off, out with Lord and Gingras. The clock that I keep forgetting to start. See, this is what happens when you use a rig that actually requires you to think too much. All right, Elkins has it just past center. Protecting the puck, shrugging one off, gets a backhanded pass to Malay. Beautiful setup. Malay near the dot, just gets someone had another foot in front of her. Elkins, Goddard. Oh, don't get complacent, Polar Bears. Oh. That'll be offside, I presume. One Northern Light was a little late. Peterson, Gross, Culinary out with McGinnis. Looks like Peterson's taking reps at defense. Okay. All right, Peterson has some experience at defense from playing high school. And there you go, a little versatility for the young Peterson. Gross. Peterson has it, sends it back to her. Try to move the camera so we can see what's going on there in the corner. Williams has it. And that's a goal! Ella Williams! 5 for the Polar Bears. Second goal for a defenseman of the game. Third. I know my numbers. That's cool. Whatever. I stand corrected by the research department. Face off again. Peterson has it. She'll come across. Gets moved off. Williams again, hungry. Oh, Culinary almost on the deflection. 13:03 on the clock. McGinnis, a little fancy stick work. Culinary on the shot, goes off the backside of the net. Williams again. Culinary, I think she actually got a piece of that, but it goes off to the left and not into the back of the net. Peterson, D to D, looking to send that to Williams. Williams picks it up off the deflection off the board, launches it over and to the right this time. Now, I forgot to mention in the first period, we are down one player. Claire McKay is literally, Peterson dragging around, gets it, sends it. Myers tries for it. Oh, good stick work by Peterson that time. Anyway, Claire McKay is literally out of the country on a trip to Italy. So Claire, whenever you get a chance to see this, again, we miss you. Although we hope you're having fun seeing the sights. And if it's Claire's parents watching, why aren't you here? No, just kidding. Yoon at center. Peterson will have it. Moves it across the line. Gets a stick literally on the leg. And down she goes. Well, I guess it just goes to show you if you can't beat him up. Like, it's hard to argue with that logic when you're down 5-0, you know? What is the music? Camille Plord with one too many Proseccos out in the parking lot beforehand. Not that I speak, you know, not that I didn't have one myself, but I had one. Thank you. Meanwhile, everybody's at home like, what is going on with this man? Good save by the Lights keeper. I've completely lost the narrative on the timing at this point, so, you know, we're just going to update this manually. Elkins out with McGinnis, Gross, Culinary, Goddard. Goddard chases that back, has it at the circle, on the backhand, moving around. Light's trying to keep up with her, but at the disadvantage of Math. Gross tries to dodge around one. We'll have it at the dasher boards. Through the circle, Culinary, backhand, intended for the net. I think it went off somebody's stick. Elkins, circle. Culinary had it below her at her feet, just couldn't see it. Almost like she can't, you know, see through her skates. Goddard takes a look, surveys the scene, gives it to McGinnis. Northern Lights sense the same thing. And Elkins flying for a minute. That'll be fun to watch back in slow-mo. Myers. Chasing the puck to look good in front of the coach, but to no avail, is because it's going to come back as an icing. 9:49 left. Presumably, Burley will, the next whistle blow, or sometime around 7.5 minutes, will be coming back and letting Friday have a chance. Northern Lights finally decide who's going to take the face-off. Peterson has a chance, wants to feed it to Myers, and will this time send it back to the Williams at the point. Williams has that shot blocked. That'll go loose. Williams fires, going for the second for herself. Shot, save, down on the ice. Myers, Savage. Back toward Myers, back toward Savage again. I mean, everybody's getting in on it now. And that'll be Peterson waiting. Peterson will move that down toward the goal line. Got a couple of attackers. The Crazy Eights are on the ice. There you go. Oh, Rydell had it on the stick, then didn't. Millay ends up with Maurice. Savage from Gingras. So the Crazy Eights go to work. Gingras tries to get there. Ends up with a stick in her face and being tied up behind the net. Pass across from Savage to Rydell. Rydell, sensing the pressure, avoids the big hit. Gingras. Floored. Maurice. And Rydell swing off to the left-hand side that time. Maurice will send that low on the ice. Gingras, shot off the blocker. Gingras, Rydell swings. That gets near the goalie. Again, I'm giving up on keeping track of shots. We're just going to stay at 16-4, and y'all can do the math on the ratio. Cherry Picker misses the puck. Maurice. Gingras. Over to Rydell. Rydell. Culinary. Goddard also out. Goddard stops the breakout, and Culinary will send that toward the keeper. Gross along with Elkins now. And that whistle will stop the clock with 7:11, oh thank heaven, on the clock. And now comes the interchange of keepers. Burley pitching a shutout for half the game. Now it comes to Friday to close it down. McGinnis on the faceoff, gets it back to Elkins. Elkins tries to thread the needle, not that time. Culinary. Gross on the save. Or Gross didn't make the save. The goalkeeper made the save. What am I saying? Breakout stopped by Godard. She lost track of where it was. Truth be told, I don't think I know where it was. McGinnis has it after a brief little interlude. Elkins pops that up. Godard, Culinary. Battle in the corner, can't really see it because of the locker rooms. Yoon has it poked out across the blue line. Bears regroup, re-enter, and here we go again. Godard off, Savage on. On comes Williams, on comes Peterson. Not sure how that was offside. Supposedly that was offside. I'm not seeing it, but okay. Maybe they had a couple Proseccos too. Peterson stops the pass, gets past one, gets hooked, has to reach. Puck comes to Yoon. Shot. Nice attempt, just a little too high. Williams takes it deep into the corner, and that'll be Myers giving chase on it. Peterson keeps it in the zone. Loses it at her feet for a second, has to hustle back. Manages to get it, sends it deep into the zone. Savage will be in a position to make a play. Peterson getting a little aggressive. Not my kid. No. Peterson now at the goal line, looks, tries to get a long pass, just interrupted by some body. Floored. Nice little stutter step. Moves it toward Gingras. Gingras now. Shot just off to the left. Battle in the corner. Malay ends up with it. Tries to send it back to persons unknown. Bears. How was the other one offside, but that wasn't? Big collision in front of the net. Somebody loses a stick. It was one of the Northern Lights. Rydell waited a minute, somebody blocked it, and that'll be offside. Floored, just a little too far back. Everybody getting in on the stick pounding action. Maurice to Rydell. Rydell forward to Gross. Ends up back with Rydell. Bears have to regroup for a moment. Maurice moves forward. Goes back to McGinnis. Rips. Just a little too high. Shot low from Charlotte Rydell. Gross on the reach, takes it to the corner. That'll come back. Maurice. That'll go very long. Presumably no icing call. Gross will be in a foot race with 22. Moves are not quite enough off, but it comes back to Rydell. Bears remain in control. And I'm sure some very friendly words between number 21 and 28 for the Polar Bears. Yoon. Yoon in front of the net, manages to keep trying. Myers makes the layup. Sets the Bears up 6. Right place, right time. McLean Myers gets 1 in the final game. Myers back at center, making it 2. Myers. Intended low for Savage. Speaking of which, she manages to pick that up after it's tapped away. Elkins. Over to Myers. Myers. See, now, if she had control and she'd gone in backwards, what I was saying before about offsides, that would have been perfectly legal and would not have been an offside, or should not have been an offside call. Either way, it's academic if she, did the 360, not the 180. Malay. Come long, Plord gives chase, Peterson. Wanted to drag around, just a little too late, back into the corner. Plord covering at the point. Now comes up. Malay looking for an outlet at the center. The puck will go long. Someone for the Northern Lights was in front of the net, but it didn't happen that time for them. Plord now. Sends it deep, will chase her own. McLaughlin out. Sends it. Oh my goodness, sends it to Plord. Plord on the excellent shot. And that'll end the second period. So, Bears up 6 over the Northern Lights. We'll be back for the third. See ya in just a minute. So here it is, 15 minutes left in the season. The Bears with a 6-0 lead. To Culinary. Good D-to-D, strong passes. Love that movement. Gross managed to get it in. Gross covering at the point for Rydell. Rydell at the circle, at the hash marks. Sends it, keeps it herself. Stick interrupted her plan of scoring. Gross from the slot. A little too much on the angle. But McGinnis falling, manages to send it towards somebody. Polar Bears. Northern Lights. Polar Bears, Northern Lights. You know, it fits because Polar Bears tend to see a lot of them. Gross will send that deep. Myers comes out. On comes Yoon. On comes Savage. Goddard and Elkins for the defense. Goddard will move that forward towards Savage on the right side of the red line. And that goes deep, and the Bears have a chance to get set. Yoon behind the net. Myers went in for a boarding, did not go the way she planned. Elkins gets the shot attempt off, and there's Yoon being pushed around, but not for long. She'll give as good as she gets. Myers, and Yoon comes back. Yoon off, on comes Malay, Gingras, McLaughlin. Gingras to Goddard. Shot, saved by Friede. A rare challenge. Best manages to keep that moving. Strong stick work. Shot hits the goalkeeper off the stick. Williams. Clang. Does it go in? Is it a save? Who knows? What's the call? Somebody's hurt. That we do not want to see. Looks like the puck's in the back of the net. Maybe? And Malay's going through the line, so I'm going to call it a goal for Jane Malay. McLaughlin, Gross, Culinary, Peterson, Williams. Peterson gets it, sends it over to Williams. Williams wanted to send it forward to Culinary, blocked by the body. Peterson shrugging off a couple. Williams set up in front of the net. Back and forth. This is, I think, the first significant time that the Northern Lights have had in the Bears zone. Gross on the fly, doesn't quite get to her. McGinnis also sent flying. The Northern Lights, I'll give this, they're not going without a fight. Peterson Round one. Going for the shot. Ends up with Gross. Sorry if I didn't follow that well. To Yoon. That'll come back, and Friede smartly covers. There we go. 10:29. Again, the clock. Rydell. Over to Maurice. Maurice moves that forward, ends up with Myers. Myers on the hunt for number two for number two. Around the circle, behind the goal line, looking for a pass in the center, doesn't get it. Finds it in the high slot after a moment with Lexi Savage. Savage sends that toward the net, blocked, and it will come back across the blue line. Lights will have a chance, but they'll have to get past Rydell and Maurice, and they don't. Rydell, below the goal line. Over to Yoon. Yoon to Savage. Savage on the backhand. Rydell on the reverse. Good look, good patience by Maurice. She goes to the bench, gets a break, and out comes Godard. Back again, Godard. Rydell. All these names. You'd think I'd have them by now, but no. Plord from the circle, past hash marks. Sets up. Chingris. Chingris on the shot. Up and over. 9 minutes now. Elkins. Getting a little chippy now. And eventually goes off. Oh, it's a roughing call coming up on Jane Millay. Millay getting called for roughing, I believe. Shot from the Northern Lights. Friede makes the save. Pass hits Brielle. Plord. Gingras. Nope, that one also hits Brielle Plord. All right, out comes Williams and Peterson. Gross and McGinnis. Gross tries for the sweep. Peterson wanting a shorthanded goal. Doesn't get it that time. Williams. They're still shorthanded. They've got about 20 seconds left in this penalty kill. Peterson. To Gross. Lights sense that. Williams will have it. McGinnis. Intended to go off the boards. McLaughlin out now. She's got a chance. Myers smartly gets back, avoids being called for too many on the Polar Bears. Myers drags around one. Backhand loose, save! Frozen in the crease by the goaltender. Puck loose, Savage drags that. 6.5 left in the season. Myers, shot. Think it was a save, think it went off the goalkeeper. Savage up the boards to Maurice from 8 to 80. Loose in front, and it goes in! Lexi Savage, I think, got that one. So the 8th goal goes to number 8. .606. Offside for the Bears. 5:56. Gingras, Plord, Malay out with Elkins and Goddard. Heck of a pass, goes a little long and has enough juice to come back. As an icing, there's the whistle. Again, not keeping up with the clock. 5:35, now I've got it, is the official time left in the game. Pass, hits Plord's stick. Plord will move across center and across the blue. Gains the zone. Looks for a pass to Gingras. Gingras to the backhand. Goes in for the layup. Makes the score. 9 for the Polar Bears. That one by Annie Gingras. Gingras trying a celly, but I'm not sure it went the way she wanted. There it is. McGinnis, McLaughlin, Culinary, Peterson, and Elkins. Williams, goodness. Pardon me. Peterson loses her edge, loses her footing, something. Peterson in the corner. Culinary moves it. McLaughlin will chase it below the goal line. Northern Lights sense the pressure. .419-18. Now 16. Attempted the shot, goes low and goes nowhere. Except to the other side of the ice. Williams on the move, looking to get it over to Savage. Savage. Yoon. Yoon around one. Gets it across the blue line. 3:46. Myers being rudely treated. Shot. Across the blue line, Bears will have to retreat. Rydell wanted to get it to Maurice. Maurice will bring her back to Rydell. Rydell. Move that long. And that'll come back as an icing. Clock is still running. Presumably it's given the strength of the lead. They're just running out the clock. Got another game behind them with so many stoppages for the goals. I assume that's the reason why. Gingras on the chase. Pass, a little tic-tac-toe style. Gets to Gingras, and she'll send that long. Less than 2 minutes now. Shot blocked. Alkins to Godard. Godard toward Culinary, just below her feet. Will that come back? Nope, they're not blowing the whistle for the icing. Elkins will have to take it. She gets it to McGinnis. Into the boards. Alkin shrugs it off. Final minute of the period. Final minute of the game. Final minute of the weekend. And final minute of the season. Gross. Culinary has a chance at it. She's got one in front. Takes the shot. Save. 42 seconds now. Peterson and Williams along with Gross, Myers, and Culinary. Presumably the final set. No, here comes Yoon and Savage. Peterson can't quite keep it, and that will come long. Williams comes toward Myers on the chase. Shot blocked. 2-1, and that's the season. Bears over the Northern Lights, 9-10-0. That was from yesterday's final practice for those of you watching at home. So thank you very much for joining us all season long. Promise of a strong season for the 2011s coming into next year. We'll see where the 2010s end up. Still lots of hockey left. It'll just be on a different team. Thanks again. Catch you on the flip side.